90% of the audit queries that were raised by the Office of the Auditor General were addressed, resolved. And there's a report to that effect before the Senate. I don't know whether I'm clear. That 90% of the reports, of the queries that were raised by the Office of the Auditor General were answered, and the same report, a qualified same report, were actually presented, is before the Senate for that matter. Therefore, there's no reason for panic. There's no reason for, hula baloozy and there that, this amount of money had been stolen. That is false. It should be clear that is false, and it's a very unfortunate statement that which comes from, from our able senators who are, we know their competence. Some of they are respectable, but this was a very unfortunate scenario. This particular one was a very unfortunate scenario. It was not a statement which should not have come from such senior politicians and professionals, for that matter. Unless you have other questions. Kuna uchochezi. Kitu moja nataka Senate ni nyumba ya siasa. Senate ni nyumba ya siasa. Na hata vile, for those wale ambao watch live programs, mwenyewe nilifuatilia, you had seen actually, being shouted down. Unaambiwa, is it, you'll not be doing what the way I want you to do, the way me vile see the way you want it, but the way I want it. Therefore, there's a lot of politics in it, but that is for the other day. It's quite clear those statements are actually political statements. Basically, those are political statements. As a government, we take it we take it so adversely. That's why we have on public holiday. It's quite unfortunate, There's a lot of politics also being played, but we leave it to that. But as for the qualification of the reports, of the adverse reports which were given, we'll qualify it, we'll absolve ourselves, we'll answer all the necessary queries, and just in due course, we'll both put the records straight. I tend to think that's actually a proxy war. That was proxy war. Like I said, let's address ourselves this, but the house itself is house of politics, period. The persons they were all politicians. The panel are all politicians, of course, right? And the way it was addressed, have you seen the way the governor was being shouted down? You had seen that clearly, Two, if it was the gist, it was about the accountability and loss of funds, then we should have actually, the Senate should have gone direct to that. There was no reason of, hyping and making advanced statements over matters which can as well be, even in future times. What you are not sure about, you question. When questioned, you might be corrected. You might get the correct answer. You wait for that point before you shout, at the top of your voice and damage the image of others. So purely it's political.